up, y'all? We're back with another episode of Daily Dose. I'm here with my girl, ChurchGirl.Chels.
Period. It's so funny because she just knows me as Chelsea.
I do.
We grew up together. This is my cheer sister.
Hey, girl.
But yes, I am 𝒀𝒐𝒖 aka ChurchGirl.Chels, and a lot of you guys know me on TikTok as the phyonics teacher.
Oh my God. Phyonics teacher, phyonics test right now.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
Philly lingo test. I'll say a word and you give the definition as fast as you can.
Okay.
Okay. Drawn.
You doing too much.
Popping.
Ooh, that's lit.
John.
Anything.
Bull.
The boy.
Bet.
Yeah, like you mean?
Chalk.
Right. It's done. It's a dunion.
Got me chopped.
You drawn for real.
All right, and last one, East Bubble Fuck.
Bro, anywhere. That's doing too far. It's way too far.
I'm not going there.
I'm not going there.
Okay, Philly Phonics on the beam. All right, so where did ChurchGirl.Chels come about?
So yeah, my name is Chelsea, but I grew up as a Christian, and I didn't really understand what it means to be a Christian when I was growing up. I just was like following in the culture and, the footsteps of my mom.
Right, saying grace.
Yeah, going to church, doing the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when I finally gave my life back to Christ when I was about 24, I wanted to rededicate my content back to Christ.
Nice.
So I kind of just strayed away from my old Instagram. And I used to make music, or I make music, I'm sorry, but I used to have my other my other name on my old Instagram. So I was like, all right, I just want a fresh start. Nice. Will be cool. So my name is Chelsea. I'm like, oh, that's kind of an alliteration. And everybody used to grow up and ask me like, oh, is you a church girl? You a church girl? So I was just like, ChurchGirl.Chels.
I like it. It's cute.
Mm-hmm.
And do you feel like making religion-based content like strays people away from it, or has it changed your experience with social media?
You know what's funny? I think a lot of people are actually more inclined to come to my page. Yeah, because there's a lot of people looking for answers of what's the truth. And a lot of people are just kind of tired of what's already going on in the world with music and black culture and things. Not in totality, but like the raunchy things that are going on. Right. And people are just like, okay, I need to find something different. So, yeah, a lot of people like it.
Because you would think, like, sometimes, oh, church girl, like, she corny. Like, some people think that. But you're not corny.
Thank you. I'm a little peasant.
What's some Philly thing that you do that you feel like can never leave you no matter how far you move? You be in Atlanta now. What is it that's like, I'll never stop doing this?
That's a good question. Probably a little bit of my lingo, because it'll just pop up. I think some of my lingo has like dispersed or disappeared when I got to Atlanta, just because people weren't understanding me. So I was like literally talking to I'd be talking to my friends and they would not understand what I'm saying. I'd be like, oh, like even for the fact if I say water and I talk fast, I'm like, oh yeah, I want some water.
People
and they be
get
like,
on my nerves with that.
You want some what? I'm like,
they know
water.
What you're saying.
Yeah.
They know what you're saying. They just trying to be smart.
Or
you
even
want some what?
Little stuff like, can I get a pop of that? And like people from like the Midwest, a pop is a soda to them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me get a pop. Yeah. And so like, but my lingo, I still use it just because it's ingrained in my brain. And sometimes I just don't know what other words to say.
Yeah, sometimes like that joint over there,
joint. Or I'd be like, well, that's a bad joint. And people be cracking up, but it be a bad joint.
Okay, you made a comment on TikTok. Mm-hmm. If you hate his friends, you hate him.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly believe that. I feel like you are who you're around, and I think especially once you get older, you start
realizing
versus
nurture. So you feel like nurture.
I feel like everything plays a part, but when you're around certain people, you start doing things like them automatically.
It's true.
The Bible talks about that. Bad company, corrupts good morals. So naturally, you're inclined to do the things that you see other people doing, especially who are like super close to you. And for me, if I'm dating a man and like all his friends, they always doing like toxic stuff, and he's encouraging that, or he finds no problem.
Encouraging it is and finding no problem. Yeah, that I can see why you say what you're saying. You think that's cool, bro?
Yeah, exactly. And that usually happens. You're usually going to be around people, and like at some point, if the behavior is so egregious and you're not like seeing that it's egregious, you end up agreeing with it and kind of just doing it. So I don't think it's the case for everybody all the time.
But I see what you're saying.
Majority.
Yes. But you know what's crazy? I saw a post. I'm not even going to say who posted it because I'm just not. But he posted or reposted, if your man not a cheater, like he's talking about his guy friends. If your friends are not cheaters, you're not trustworthy. Like,
I don't even know how that calculates to make a sense.
It's crazy.
But okay.
That's crazy. Isn't it? Like, that's so crazy. Like, what you mean? Like, that literally means the opposite. You're a liar. Do you feel like emotional availability is more important than financial stability? Emotional or financial? Emotional or financial?
I think they're both extremely important. I feel like
really
it's a trifecta of things.
It is.
Yeah.
Because if you're not financial, you emotion. Like, I can't think straight. Like, I'm stressed.
Exactly. They affect each other. But if you're not emotional, if you're not emotionally available, sometimes that affects your finances as well.
Wow.
So, for instance, like, when you go through depression,
right,
a lot of times you're just trying to figure out how to fix that depression. So that's why a lot of people like smoke or drink a lot or party a lot or even detach, you know, when it comes to certain situations. So now you're inclined to spend more money because you got to buy the weed, you got to buy the drugs, you got to buy all the food that you eat. And then usually you're trying to fix it with like buying clothes or buying something that feeds that addiction that's trying to solve their problem.
Not getting to work on time.
Yes. Ooh,
yes. You're right. Do you believe that dating for potential is a scam?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, he has potential. I know he can do this. I know in the future he will be able to do this. Is that a scam?
It's a whole scam. I say that because people are going to be who they want to be at the end of the day. If they don't want to be that person, and then first of all, with a man, you can't force a man
What if he's saying he want to do better? Because I know where you're going.
If he want to do better, he would do better.
Like, he's trying.
Then you'll see that. That's a difference. That's a difference.
So
that's
not
the
even potential.
That's not even potential. That's you're doing it. Because I'm not all the way where I want to be, but I'm doing the thing that's getting me to where I need to be. Right. So it's different if you just like, oh, I wish, I wonder, I want, maybe one day
he will be this.
Exactly. Like, I'm not about to sit here and wait because you'll be waiting for years. Thanks. You know?
Yeah. Okay, I agree with you. Yeah. I don't know. It is. Because when you break it down like that, doing or maybe, hopefully, is definitely different.
Right. And then the thing is like, I also take this from my own experience. Now, everybody has a different experience, but you see your parents and you also see what you deal with. And like, for me, growing up, I loved me a little hood situation, little hood dude.
I did like a little bad boy.
Right. But it was just like, they always would feel like I, thought I was better than them because of the predicament that I'm in.
Right.
And that I want more. And they don't know how to even want more. So it's like, they might say like one day, oh, I want to be a baller. I want this car. I want that.
But and you're not doing nothing. Smoking weed all day.
Don't got no real good job, or trying to at least get the education to get a job. But they see me doing that.
Right.
All the things that they wanted to do.
This really hit.
Yeah, it really hit for real. And I had to stop doing it because, like, another thing is when you dating, it's like you don't even know if you really like somebody. So a lot of people will try to mess with somebody, and they'll be like, "Oh, I like him. Why you like him, sis? The vibe? Because the vibe is not who they really are.
Right.
You know, that's just a feeling that you're perceiving when you're in the moment. Because somebody could put on a show and give you another vibe. Right. So I just feel like you gotta get what you see. Yeah. Get what is in front of you, and it takes time to even know who a person really is.
It really does.
Yeah.
Do you feel like social media ruined dating? I don't know. I kind of think so, though.
I don't think so, because I think that we get the half picture. It's funny because, like, we used to always look up to the 90s for love and all this other stuff, but they was doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
People are people. People been doing crazy stuff since the beginning of the time. So social media just exposed it. I don't think it changed anything. I will say it did add new elements, like the fact that you can be a different person, and the pressure of trying to be somebody that you're not, you know what I'm saying, with like all the Instagram models and the money flashing and the cars and jewelry and trips and all the things. So people want to do things to impress somebody and not just be a real regular human. But even before social media, people was doing it.
But I feel like when you have social media, you have the element of like you just have anybody at your fingertips. Like
that's true. That's true.
Male or female. I feel like not if you a cheater, you a cheater. So you gonna cheat.
Yeah.
But it just makes things so much easier, and then I feel like it brings people in your relationship, like the outside noise. Whereas without social media, it's like you and that person, like whoever whoever is around you. But on social media, it's like now I see her with him now, but she wouldn't even know I was with him until, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like it brings the element of the outside noise in, and it just be easy. I won't even say the part about messaging or cheating, because if you're going to cheat, you don't got to do it on social media.
I will say that, and I think you're right. I think it does add, like you said, another element of like ridiculousness to the situation that didn't need to be there.
I did not like that show, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, it does add another level of like drawnness, whatever. Like just it's too much. It's too much going on. Like we could have just kept it simple, but now you got in the fact that like you liking this person pictures, and why you doing that, or why you follow this person? Because it's like without social media, there was no like even trying to check for stuff like that. But I think, you know, when it comes to people doing crazy stuff, people gonna find a way regardless.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and then just keep it private. That's an easy fix.
Yeah.
So I kind of just spoke out of two sides of my mouth, but whatever. On TikTok, you mentioned code switching. Do you feel like it's always necessary? When do you feel like it's necessary, if ever?
I feel like, you know what's funny? Code switching does not. Okay, the term technically is I don't have the full definition, so I don't want to speak out of like ignorant. From what I know of what code switching is usually used in the Black community when we're around other races and we want to not necessarily put on a mask, basically, to afford us opportunity for jobs, social status, and just not to die sometimes. It literally is life or death situations, like when you're around the cops. Yeah, but
so do you feel like in that aspect it's necessary?
I think it is, but I think we need to work towards creating a system where it doesn't have to be necessary, where I can wear my afro and I could be as loud and eccentric as I want to be and not have to fight for my life. You know what I'm saying? But also, I think we do it as well within the Black community, because we have to code switch sometimes when we're around other Black people who are in a different socioeconomic class, or you know, I don't want to say this is code switching, because really it's just showing respect. You know, like if you're around your mom or you around your grandmom and them or whoever.
Right. So would you consider that? I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be considered code switching, because I don't know the direct definition, but I will say it kind of relates in a sense, because from generation to generation, for instance, like there's some teachers that might wear jeans and sweatsuits to class, but then when you talk, you're right, but when you talk to other generations of Black people, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, for
right?
Sure.
So you kind of got to,
you know, they used to come in, even when we was in elementary school, they used to look nice every day.
Yeah, but times are changing, so I just feel like, I don't know, to each his own, but you definitely, regardless to where you go, you're going to have to kind of like tinker and change things for other people, unless you just are unapologetically you, but it also comes with consequences, and you have to be willing to face those consequences.
Yeah, I do feel like, though, people who are unapologetically them, it pays off in the end.
It does. In certain circumstances, but everybody has to have an azimuth in life, says my uncle, Rodney Golston. Pick yourself for success. Everybody has everybody has to have a azimuth in life. You have to know where you're going, because somebody else might be going left or right, And you might
going straight ahead.
Right, you going straight ahead. So you got to figure out your lane. If not, you'll try to figure out how to go somebody else's lane. And that's why it's like, when you do what you do, like for instance, if I want to be a Black activist, I'm going to follow the path of a Black activist, and I'm not going to care about the other consequences necessarily of not fitting and conforming to another pathway.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. And then also friends too. If you going here and they going there, and sometimes, you know, some people are friends for a season, and it's hard.
Yeah.
And you see yourself diverting off that way. You like, wait, I'm not. So.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Have you had any friends that you fell off with?
You messy. I have.
Because of y'all going in the wrong direction? Because you were going this way and they were going that way?
I think initially we didn't both think that way, but I think overall, yes.
Looking back at it.
Yes, absolutely.
Look back at
I think it was already heading in the wrong direction from the beginning because of that. And again, like I said, like I feel like I've been in a lot of situations where people will view me because the way that I present myself and the way I execute things, and they think that I think
but
I'm.
You're not bougie though.
Bro,
about to say bougie.
I'm not. I'm like ghetto bougie. Like I like things a certain way, but I'm still
but
like.
You're not like. I know bougie.
Yeah.
If y'all go look at Kiara last episode, she's bougie, and she will tell you a million times, that's bougie. Chelsea is not bougie.
Yeah, like you know me, you know how I am. I just used to do me. I was a
Chelsea,
me.
yeah, like you just a goofy. Me. Like I don't know.
No, I really am.
You like to look nice. Who doesn't like to look nice? I don't think that makes you bougie for wanting to look a certain way.
Yeah, I like to look nice. I like nice things in life. I've always wanted more for myself.
Yeah.
And it's not to say anybody who doesn't understand that at the time, you know, isn't a good person or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I just feel like I just had a certain standard for myself, and I did certain things for myself. And also, it comes from my own background where my mom and my family set a certain standard for me.
Right, exactly.
And they wasn't playing it. I mean, so I had to.
So blame your mom.
Right, blame my mom.
I'm telling them, blame their mom for not setting that standard. This is not bougie. This is just
very true. And I mean, you know, it's a lot that goes into it. But yeah, I've had a lot of friendships deteriorate or just completely get cut off because we just don't see eye to eye on things. I'm not going to sit here and say that, like, I'm just this perfect person.
Right.
You know, I've done things that have hurt people in the past.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I have apologized to people for things that I've done in the past because I've realized how wrong I was.
Yeah.
You know, at the moment, but at the same time, when it comes to, like, friendships from elementary, middle school, high school, college, I've always had, like, fluctuations between different people because I've been in different eras in my life.
Thank you, which brings me to my next question. Mixing friend groups.
Ooh, child.
Don't do it.
No, I wouldn't suggest. I mean, if that's what you want to do,
I used to do it a lot.
It's rare occasions.
Yeah.
Rare occasions. And I got to know what type of persons.
Or no? I feel like that's the one time that you know you're going to get a mix of friends.
One time. I will say, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't ever mix friend groups because I do it sometimes. But like I said, it's rare occasions and I know who to put around each other. Okay. And I also have kind of, like I said, fluctuations with friends and eras and things. The friends that really didn't, I don't want to say everybody, but there's some friends that really did not need to be there.
Right.
And they really ain't there. And that was one of the times.
What happened? Tell us what happened.
I don't want to get too deep into it. But yeah, it just, the two friends, one of them, I was closer with than the other, you know, and still is.
It'd be like that.
Yeah. So I ain't gonna lie. I probably did pick sides because, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes
you do that. You
got your road dogs.
You do that.
You got the other ones.
You do that.
But I also my road dog. I feel like my road dog was justified in the situation. If you want to speak on some like, I don't want to call it hood politic type of time, but like you mean like you in my face and you doing too much.
Yeah,
like,
you doing too much.
Yeah. They got into a heated disagreement. It was a very small setting.
Tell us what it was about. The disagreement.
The disagreement literally was just like, you're in my face. Get out my face. But
how did it get there?
So we was in a car.
Okay.
And
there we go. I got y'all. There we go.
We was in a car. We was on South Street. You know, I was young. I was probably turning 20. I was turning 19.
Oh,
I was turning 19. So
this is old news.
This
Go
old
ahead.
news. I was in college. I had came back from home. Back home from Atlanta, and you know, I'm just bringing my friends. Like I'm having like multiple friend groups at this point, mixed together.
Yeah.
We was outside on South Street. We got back into the car. It was a bull with us, and the bull started arguing with the other person, and that's heated because you know, again, like. At this point, like, people are a little inebriated.
Right.
So, so that's not going to go right from the beginning. And so at some point, in the midst of the two other people arguing, my road dog was, like, getting frustrated because the person was yelling across from them in their face. And they're like, yo.
So, wait, they arguing like this and they in the middle?
Yeah, so, like, she's in the middle. The other
and then
person's
this right here and this right here. That's too much. So, back up.
Yeah, so they like, she's just like, yo, can you, like, please get out my face for all of it? Like, I understand you're arguing, but you drawing. Like, you're doing too much.
Right.
And so the person was just like, I'm going to do whatever I want it.
Not in my face, you not. That's
exactly what happened. And so, you mean, words got the going back and forth, and then hands started throwing. And that's all I'm going to say about that. It just, like, them two people should have probably never been around each other in the first place because very strong personalities. And then I think one of the friends who I did have at the time, I don't think we should have even gotten to that point of being that close because just... the type of people that we are, I think it just wasn't a good match of friendships.
Yeah. And you learn that looking back, you like,
yeah.
But I also, it's crazy because I also look back at certain people and I'm like, that was a cool friend. It was just a bad situation.
I don't think that was that because, you know, more things happened at the time.
That
was just not a good joint,
Not all
period.
the time, but
that wasn't a good joint.
Yeah.
That wasn't a good joint. No shade to her. I don't have no qualms with her, no hurt feelings or nothing, even though, you mean, whatever.
Do you feel like you have friends that you, like, if they hit you up or you ran into them, like, you would be open to rekindling, not necessarily being as close as maybe you were, but...
That's a good question. It depends on a person, it depends on the circumstance.
Right.
Because my thing is, like... I'm going a certain way with my life.
Yeah.
And I kind of said this on TikTok before. I just feel like if we're not going the same place, it's not really a point of us even, like, rekindling nothing because, like, it's going to be a clash at some point. I'm not even saying that to say it again. It's not I think I'm better than you, so I'm doing this and you doing that type time. It's really the fact of the matter.
I'm going this way and you going that way.
Yeah, it's the fact of the matter. It's like, I mean, I live my life a certain way, and so...
You're
for real, I live my life a certain way, and that, again, that's not to say this is one's better, one's worse.
Right.
But it's like if I'm doing this and on a daily basis, you doing that, and you trying to invite me to this, and I'm trying to invite you to that, and you don't want to come to what I got going on. I don't want to come to what you got going on. It's what are we gonna really do? Because as adults, at some point, the only time we really get to see each other is when we make specific plans.
That's true.
So if we don't have the same common interests, I'm not saying that because I have friends who do things that I don't necessarily do in my life anymore.
Of course.
And I have friends who do very similar things to me, and I'm not saying that like we all got to be the same person, but it's like if you're in one extreme and I'm on the other, like we're gonna clash, and you're not gonna like the way I do things, and I'm probably not gonna like the way you do things.
That's true. That's very true because but you know what's crazy? I have a friend, and we're like total opposites. But like we're like best friends. We don't talk every day. We might go a whole month without talking. But when we talk, it's like, what you been doing? I just did this crazy ad. Let me tell you about it. And I'll just be like, what you do now? Or like, what happened? And then I'll just say like my little soft, and she'll be like, oh, all right. Like, and then it's like we the opposite, but
and that's understandable.
Always works.
That's understandable. I just feel like I can kick it and be cool. Not even kick it. I don't want to say that. I could be cool with you. Like and this is, I have a lot of friendships. There's some friendships I would never in my life rekindle because I just know what type of person you are, and I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't got no problem with you, but I know what type of person you is, and when somebody shows you who they is, you should believe them. Quote, who was it? Said it, Muhammad Ali or somebody. Yeah.
The first time.
The first time. You should believe them the first time.
Let me tell you, the first time.
Not the second, third, fourth. So yeah, it's like it's some people I would never even want to have really be in the same room with or even have a conversation with, because it's like what we got to talk about. Not that I can't forgive you, you know what I'm saying, or you forgive me for whatever I did to you, but it's just no point. But it's some people where it could definitely be a hey girl, hey type of joint. I wish you the best. Yeah. I definitely don't want nothing bad for you. You know, if you need prayer for anything, I got you. If you know, I could give you a hug. We could give love to each other. It could be that, but we both have an understanding of it's probably not going to work between
But we don't,
us.
it's no beef.
It's be going... what we gonna talk about, where we gonna go. Like, I don't want to offend you. I don't want to, because like if I'm talking about my journey, sometimes it offends people, not in the sense that I'm trying to offend someone, but like it's like, oh, I'm doing this with my life, I'm doing that, and it's like, oh, you think you too good to do this or do that, and it's like, no, I just don't do that anymore. Like,
and that's okay.
And that's okay.
Because you're going this way and I'm going that way.
Right.
And that's just what it is.
And that's just what it is. No beef.
Tell me about ChurchGirl.Chels and what music, like the music, what's about to happen for ChurchGirl.Chels? Like,
lots of things coming. So I just had my single release party last June. Soft Girl season. Soft Girl. Yeah, so y'all can download that on all streaming platforms. If you go to my Instagram or TikTok, my Instagram is ChurchGirl.Chels. My TikTok is ChurchGirl.Chels. Period. Well, no period, but just flat like that.
Yeah.
I have my song out on all platforms. I also have another single before that called Guess Who. That was my first single that I dropped under my name, ChurchGirl.Chels. But yeah, I had a single release party for it in Atlanta. It was lit.
It was. I'm happy that it was.
Yes. And a lot of people in Atlanta, it's a big Christian hip-hop community.
Nice.
So that's kind of how I even got tipped in, because I'm pretty, you know.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really cool with a lot of the big names in Christian hip-hop. There's a girl named Ani K. Nice. She's doing really good. You know, Hey Girl Hey with this girl named Portia Love, Sweet Girl, love her. And there's a lot of other Christian hip hop artists out there who are doing their thing.
I love that.
So yeah, I'm just another addition. But yeah, I'm working on an EP that will hopefully be coming out soon. I want to create more visuals, but I also produce music, like I make beats. So I've been trying to just work on more beats for myself. Nice. And then I do have some people who hit me up sometimes just to make beats for them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you did that. You like that? Well, how long you been doing it for?
I've been doing that since, I want to say, 2016.
Oh, wow.
2017. And one of the producers who I used to ask to make me beats, I used to ask him, like, can you make it sound like this? And he'll be like, girl, I'm about to just teach you how to do it. And so he hooked me up with Logic, and I've been making beats ever since.
Oh, nice. Yeah. He was getting tired of you.
Child, yes.
Isn't that what he does?
But I be drunk. I be sending him voice notes. I want to sound like this. Like, he was like, bro, just I'm about to show you how to do this.
I don't know what you saying. You know how in your head it's like a whole song, and then to somebody else it's like,
yeah.
Is there anything else in your career that you feel like you want to share?
I just really want to work on coming back home a lot more. So I was telling Jordan in the car that I had like a double experience growing up in life. So I'm from the county originally, 𝒂𝒊𝒈𝒉𝒕 𝑣𝒂𝒂𝒂. But I grew up in Philly as well. Yeah. So I was heavily in the city because my family's from Southwest, or 58th and Belmar, and 57th and 56th, in Upland. A lot of my upbringing came from the county. Like, the county gave a lot to me, but also the city gave a lot to me as well.
Yeah.
And so I want to be able to do more for the organizations and the people in the communities that gave to me.
Right.
So this Thursday, I'm actually doing a matcha meetup in Old City at Mocha Milk Cafe. And for me, that's giving back to the content creator community, because we don't have in the city of Philly a lot of content creator events, but also resources. Yeah. When it comes to, like, in Atlanta, for instance, we got like big corporations doing events like Adobe. Google might put on an event. You got American Express throwing events. You also got Black-owned businesses throwing events like Black Girl Vitamins. Nice. I just worked with a company called Bougie Matcha, who is a girl from Howard, who created a matcha company. And now they're doing like pop-up shops. So nice. Content creators get experiences to create, right? Nice. We don't have a lot of that in Philly. Right. So I'm hoping that, like, I can bring what I learned from Atlanta back here to kind of like help build that network
I love
and
that.
ecosystem.
You're decent.
Thank you, sister.
So, thank you guys so much for tuning into Daily Dose. We love you, and we'll see you next time.
See you next